Hello, welcome to FingerNailFixer video. This is special for Nails Magazine. I'm going to do one technique that is easy and one technique that is not so easy. And the second one may seem complicated, but it's actually well worth the effort because it's so much fun. On the first technique, we're going to do the easy method. So we're going to start off with the nail, do your shellac preparation, and we're going to come in with shellac. On a natural nail, you would use base coat. On an enhancement, we're going to skip the base coat and go right into the color. We're going to start with the easy nail. So after I've done base coat, I'm going to come in and apply Tutti Frutti to the entire nail plate. And remember, not skin to win, thin to win. So it's nice and thin, not touching any skin. And I'm going to cure that for 2 minutes. Our next step after the Tutti Frutti is cured for 2 minutes is to apply a second layer of Tutti Frutti to the entire nail. Remember to keep your layers nice and thin. And we're going to cure that for 2 minutes. After we've cured that second layer of Tutti Frutti for 2 minutes, we can add a layer of Rock Royalty. Again, making sure that this layer is also nice and thin. When you have two contrasting colors of shellac, before you cure the second layer of color, you can draw in it. The most popular design for me in 2011 has been swirls. So I'm going to take a small kind of triangle shaped brush and begin the first part of my swirl by setting the brush down into the nail, starting the swirl as I lift up the brush as I'm going. Wipe the brush off in alcohol, dry it back off, start another swirl, lift up your brush as you go, wipe it off in alcohol, dry it off, press in with the wide part, lift up as you go, dry it off, press in with the wide part, lift up as you go, clean it off, dry it off. Then to do the smaller, finer points of the swirl, I'm going to use a stylus. It's basically a little metal ball on the end of a little metal stick. And finish out the smaller point. Draw part of the swirl and clean your stylus off so that you're actually taking some of the shellac off the nail out of your way. And just keep creating the inner parts of your swirl. If it seems to close up on you while you're drawing, you're applying your color too thickly. So make sure you're getting it nice and thin. Then if you have someone that has a longer nail, you could come in and draw smaller swirls as accents. And it's not going to hurt anything if the swirls touch each other. You can have some of the swirls coming off the nail a little bit. I can even bring my brush back in so that I have a larger part and a smaller part coming off that corner. You can have one coming down into this corner. This design is really versatile. You can pretty much do anything you want with it. And once you've created your swirls, go ahead and stick it in the lamp for 2 minutes, top coat for 2 minutes, and you're done. Have fun. Our next addition to this design is to add a little bit of bling. Everybody likes a little bit of bling in their life, right? So we're going to sprinkle a little bit of glitter right into the sticky layer of that. You could also, if you prefer, instead of glitter, you could put little stones, little gemstones at the tips of your swirls and make your swirls bigger so that the gemstone is properly proportioned instead of having lots of small swirls. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glitter and sprinkle it right on there in some random places. And then I'm just going to take a gel brush. The only thing I use this brush for is glitter work. I'm going to wipe the excess off so that I won't get any in my top coat for the most part. And it just adds a little bit of sparkle to the design and makes it really fun. I'm going to put a coat of top coat on that, but I keep a separate bottle of top coat for my glitter work, so make sure you somehow mark your glitter top coat. You're only going to get probably one piece of glitter, if any, but it only takes one piece of glitter on a glitter hater for a full out cow. So make sure that you use a separate bottle of top coat. We're going to top coat that and then cure for 2 minutes. Remember, thin to win. And when you're doing glitter, make sure that you get all of it sealed in, that there's not any in the margin when you're working on the nails. Make sure you get that edge sealed, so make sure all that glitter is sealed in, because it only takes one piece of glitter breaking your seal to cause problems. Put this in for 2 minutes, and there's your simple design. For the next design that we're going to attempt, the first coat is going to be cream puff. So we're going to make sure we have a nice thin layer of cream puff on the entire nail. And should be nice and thin. And we'll cure that for 2 minutes. Our next step after the white is cured for 2 minutes is to apply black pool to the entire nail. Remember to keep it nice and thin. So coming over the white, the black might have a grayish appearance because it's nice and thin. As you discovered with the first nail, before we cure it, we can draw in it. So I'm going to take the same brush that I used before, which is just the triangle shaped one, wipe it through the alcohol to make it flexible, dry it off, and I'm going to draw in kind of a half circle type design. Clean off, dry off. In the half circle type design again. And it's okay if it's a little streaky, that's going to kind of add to the look that we're going for. And then I'm going to come in and do that about halfway down. And about part way up. so that those overlap. Just kind of putting a fun design into there, and we're going to cure that for 2 minutes. For the next step on the complicated design, we're going to take some iced coral, clean the brush off so that we can just come in these sides and fill in where we've carved out. And then we end up with the white looking kind of peach and the black looking kind of teal. Just keep it inside those lines that we've created on the sides. Again, making sure it's nice and thin. And you can change the shape and look of the design for the length of the nail that you're working on. Then I'm going to come through with the nail art brush again, and I'm going to clean the brush up with alcohol like we did before, and then also dry it off. And I'm going to clean the iced coral just out of this middle line so that it stays white, in this middle section so that it stays black. Remember to dry your brush off after you clean it off in the alcohol so that you don't bubble the shellac. I'm going to come over on this side and clean this one up. That makes it way easier than trying to just keep it in the lines of the top and bottom, doesn't it? So now we have some peach and some teal in with our black and our white, and we're going to throw that into cure for 2 more minutes. Once we've cured the iced coral, we're ready for the last step on this design. If you wanted to, you could do this next step and the iced coral step at the same time, but this seemed a little less confusing. I'm going to set that down because I want to quick make some glitter paste. So I'm just going to take a little bit of my top coat. I'm going to drip a little bit in 2 separate little drips, and of course if I were doing a full set I would use larger drips. And I'm going to take a little bit of glitter and sprinkle into those 2 drips. I'm creating a glitter paste. I'm going to do 1 silver and 1 teal. And then I'm just going to stir those up. You want your mixture to end up about the consistency of paste. See how that looks? Once I have them mixed up, I'm going to take a small detailing art brush like this and fill in these larger spaces with a little bit of teal. This is how I can control where my glitter placement is, by using the paste. And actually I'm going to do the top one teal and the bottom one silver. I think that's how I want to do it. So again, this design is mega versatile. You can change the shape, you can change the colors, you can use different glitters. We could do the top and the bottom teal and fill in the black spots with silver. There's all kinds of things you could do. Once the glitter paste has been applied, it needs to be cured because you have made it out of top coat. So make sure that you cure this for 2 minutes, and then all that's left is to top coat the entire nail and cure for 2 minutes. I hope this gives you some ideas. Remember, if you see limitations, you're not using your imagination. Have a great time.